Welcome to the WH Game Hideout. This is a special April 1st edition, and you can only see it in 3D wearing anaglyph glasses. That is the cyan and the red kind of glasses. So, get your glasses ready, and I'll meet you in just a minute. In this episode, we're going to look at games that are kind of off the beaten track, because it is April 1st, which is April Fool's Day. So we'll look at some games I don't really like so much. Some people like some of them, and one of them a lot of people do not like. Let's go ahead and start with this one. Poof vs. the Cursed Kitty is a defense action game that I thought was going to be much more fun than it turned out to be. I can't get a refund through Steam because I got this in a bundle or somewhere else. Anyway, the game itself is not that bad. It's like they took Bubble Bobble and mixed it with a defense game. Sounds like fun to me. But the big problem here is that you have the same level setup through the whole game. Or, as far as I have gotten, which is a lot of the same level with different enemy configurations. The graphics for the level and the backgrounds do change, and the graphics are nice and look like Castle Crashers or Battle Block Theater, but the platforms are always the same. It all just gets so tedious.
No, Kitty, you can't have my teddy bear.
Die Hard Dungeon is another game that has a good concept, but gets to be a drag after a while, and I just don't feel like playing it anymore. DD is a Binding of Isaac wannabe starring a pirate character. You have a sword, a launchable cannonball, and a sentient treasure chest that follows you around. Apparently, if you feed the chest enough treasure, it will give you some great stuff. But I just can't be bothered to try to get to that point. Yo-ho-hum. Here's one that a lot of people on Steam do not like, and I can agree with them. It's called Larva Morte, and seems to be the illegitimate child of the incredible adventures of Van Helsing and, again, the Binding of Isaac. Also, you can't use a controller. It's old school ASDW and mouse for this adventurer. This game looks like it was made with a make-your-own-game program, which is cool. I used to dabble in that myself in the 90s. But I put things into my games that were different than other games at the time. Nothing earth-shattering or able to make me a millionaire, but different enough that it took me more time to program the mechanics, and that's probably why I never finished any of them. Okay, seen enough? Let's move on then. At the start of this video I said one game was disliked by many people, including myself. Well, I was wrong. There are two on my list for this video, and the second one is Double Dragon 3. The game has stiff controls to say the least, and you can often get caught and hit over and over by the bad guys. I played both the Steam version and the arcade ROM, and yes, the animation and scrolling really is as choppy as you're seeing here. Oh, I went to sleep for a moment there. Once I figured out that the jump button is B instead of the more combo-friendly Y, I was able to pull off some better moves. Now, I believe capitalism is the best economic system on Earth, but Double Dragon 3 seems to have taken the concept to the extreme. There are shops in this game, and get this, when this game was in the arcade, players had to put real money into the machine to buy upgrades, weapons, moves, and extra lives. Yeah, that isn't capitalism. That, my friends, is usury. And if that weren't bad enough, this is probably the worst looking nunchuck animation in all of video game history. Uh-oh, we've got another Bruce Lee wannabe. How come I never find any Stan Lee wannabes in these games? Oh, you're back. Is that a tonfa he just pulled out? Where'd he get that from? Never mind. And at the end of some levels, a weird old Yoda lady gives you a strange message about the Rosetta Stones you are trying to find. Just go to rosettastoneses.com. They'll hook you up, and you don't have to play this horrible game. Now, what is worse, this game or Double Dragon the movie? Things that make you go, Well, that's all the time for this episode. And until I see you next time, keep your glasses on.